Good morning. Happy Wednesday. It is time for just a word from the Word. Our passage this morning comes from the book of Romans, Romans chapter 7, verse 19. You probably didn't know the passage as far as Romans 7:19, but you probably know what I'm about to read. Here's what it is in the King James. For the good that I would, I do not. But the evil which I would not, that I do. It's a conundrum. It's a great conundrum. What is Paul saying? Because you can get really caught up in his language and not catch the message because it sounds really confusing. Paul wasn't intending to be confusing. Paul was intending to explain the great conundrum. What do I mean by that? I'll explain what Paul was saying. That'll define the whole great conundrum. How's that? Try to do that quickly. You know how hard that is for me. Paul said in his heart, he wants to do the right thing. His heart is to do right, live right, say right. He wants to live holy. And yet, because of his sinful flesh, he just can't always seem to get it right. He just can't seem to always do it right. He just can't seem to always say it right. And the very things that he desires to stay away from, that's what he seems to be attracted to. It's the great conundrum. How do you solve this mystery of wanting to do good, but not being able to really fulfill that good in your flesh? That's what Paul was trying to express here in Romans 7. He's talking about how he finds a law in his flesh, that his flesh is sinful and it is prone to sin and it is prone to doing the wrong things, and yet his heart truly desires to do the right thing. And if I left you in Romans 7, excuse me, I wouldn't be telling you the whole story. It is a great conundrum. I want to do good, but I can't. I don't want to do wrong, but I do. Ah, huh. But then you get to Romans 8. For I am persuaded that neither death nor life, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come shall be able to separate me from the love of God, which is in Christ Jesus. You can't stop at Romans 7:19 or 7:20 or 7:21. You got to go on to Romans chapter 8. Why? In our flesh. And here's your word from the word. In our flesh, we do not have the strength to get this life right. When we depend on our own abilities, our own strength, when we have confidence in our own self, we fall into the conundrum. We really do. We want to do good, but we can't. We don't want to do evil, but we do. Because we're depending on our own flesh. The only way that the great conundrum can be solved is to be so in love with Jesus that even when we do wrong, and I'm not going to say if, because we're human, we're flesh, we're going to fail. But even when we do wrong, nothing, not even our own flesh, can separate us from the love of God. And when we depend on God's love, God's strength, God's power, God's goodness, the conundrum can be overcome. Perfectly? No, because we're flesh. But it can be overcome. Nothing's going to separate you from God's love. But what separates those from staying in the conundrum, those overcoming, is being that fully persuaded and depending upon the love of God. Short. This has been just a word from the Word. God bless you. Have a beautiful day. Pray for me tonight. I'm ministering at our church. Appreciate your prayers. But until then, God bless you. Have a beautiful day. And Lord willing, we'll see you tomorrow morning.